we are now rolling on the podcast edition as well. So you can send your comments here. You can send your comments there. You can send your comments on Twitter at Dave Simon MMA, at North Genesis. WrestleMania just went down. And my goodness, Brock Lesnar won. Brock beat Roman.
Yep.
Hit him with like 6 F5s. Hit him with a bunch of elbows to the face. Cut him real bad. Roman was bleeding profusely. And Brock hit another F5. 1, 2, 3. Retains the Universal Championship. Some people were asking me on Twitter, were those elbows real? Was the blood real? Yeah, the blood was real.
He's done it before.
Yeah, he did it to Randy Orton at SummerSlam a couple years ago. That's what Brock does. And when he takes off the gloves, you know he's going to get serious. He's going to bust somebody open. And I think that's what the match needed. It was definitely not match of the night. Far from it. But I did think that it was decent, you know? And the finish saved it for me, I think. Like, you know, I didn't think the match was that good, but I think the finish made up for the match.
It was very one-sided. It was pretty much just Brock almost dominating the whole match. Roman barely got any offense in whatsoever. And it just felt like a repeat almost of what the match they had like a couple of years ago. It wasn't really much, just a one-sided beatdown. But Brock won, so that was really unexpected. Everyone thought, like for over a year, this is Roman's moment. But Brock, a year later, is still champion. That's really surprising.
I'm very surprised that Brock has held the title for more than a year now, and now I'm wondering where Brock goes from here. We got our man Anthony. He's rotating around the room. Anthony DeLesio from Ringside Report Radio. We getting comments on the Periscope feed, Anthony?
All kinds, man.
Yeah?
People are just saying worst WrestleMania ever.
Really?
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Some guy. Some guy says, hello, Anthony. Oh, Paul Cav.
All right.
You got your own fans there. It's good.
I thought it was a pretty good WrestleMania. I thought we had some pretty good matches.
We did have some low points, and I think people were focused on the low points because you saw that more towards the tail end of the show. I thought it started off on a high with a couple of good matches, but near probably like the second to last hour, once we got to the Raw Women's Championship match, it started to go downhill a bit, I found.
I agree. I feel like
After Daniel Bryan, it went downhill.
Yeah. Somebody's asking us if we can go panoramic. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Like, do I switch it, John? Do I switch the YouTube video here like this?
I guess the widescreen kind of view.
Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. No, it doesn't work. I can't go panoramic, at least not for now. I don't know. We're still figuring out the YouTube live deal.
If you don't like this view, go to the Periscope view.
Yeah, widescreen. The guy's saying widescreen. I don't know what that means. I don't know how to go widescreen, man. I'm not good at this thing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm taking us off. Let's see if I can fix it. What do you think? Share, mute microphone. Nah, I'm not seeing.
Are they saying anything?
Sorry, boys. I don't know how to go widescreen. Do I want to stop streaming? No.
The whole returning to UFC gag is awkward and annoying to fans. By the Ramblers model.
Yeah, I don't know how to go widescreen or panoramic. I can't do it. I'm trying to figure it out on the YouTube thing. I'm trying to set it up. They're like not like in the video screen or whatever. You get what you get right now.
Well, going to the Brock thing, it was a great throw-off, though, because everyone thought, well, he's going to the UFC for sure, so...
That's what it's saying here. So is Lesnar signing a new contract then?
Well, it seems like it, right? He's got it. I mean, we thought that he was done after WrestleMania, but obviously he's not done after WrestleMania. He's still the Universal Champion. I guess maybe we see him back at, SummerSlam at this point? Probably not Backlash. Are we going to see Brock in a return match with Roman next, or does he move on? It's kind of weird what happens here with Brock Lesnar. I was really expecting Roman Reigns to win, really expecting Roman Reigns to be the Universal Champion, and then we go on with Roman and whoever. But now that Brock's champion, I don't know where we go from here.
And even if Brock has re-signed with WWE, I doubt he's done more dates for his new contract. So you're probably not going to see Brock probably for a while anyways in WWE. He probably won't be at Backlash. You probably won't see him until like Money in the Bank.
Which is when? July?
I think in June.
Will he be on Raw tomorrow night? Probably, right? He should be.
Maybe. Maybe not. Brock usually takes a vacation after WrestleMania. He took it last year, I think. So I wouldn't be surprised if he actually does go to the UFC as Universal Champion at this point.
He can't fight in the UFC right now. He can't. He's on suspension. He's got 6 to 12 months to wait before he can go back to the UFC, which is why he's probably sticking around to the WWE for another year.
Who's Brock Lashley?
Are you talking about Bobby Lashley?
I said Brock Lashley.
Oh, maybe Brock versus Lashley is what people are thinking next? Or maybe for SummerSlam? That's a cool matchup, right? Maybe that's what's next for Brock Lesnar. But it seems like, the crowning moment that we all expected Roman Reigns to have tonight didn't happen. And it makes you wonder, is he the guy? Or are they kind of moving on from the Roman Reigns idea?
Well, Rambler's motto says, I'm just tired of Lesnar.
One guy saying he's tired of Lesnar on Periscope.
I think Lesnar drops the belt to Aiden English tomorrow.
Somebody's saying he drops the belt to Aiden English. I don't think so. I think Rusev has a better chance, and Rusev has no chance. Speaking of Rusev, did he take the fall tonight?
He did. Lost to Jinder.
Unbelievable.
You shouldn't be that shocked.
Jinder won the U.S. title. We both expected Randy to retain, and he did not.
No, but build up Rusev so then he can just lose. Put over the guy that they want to put over, because they didn't put over Rusev. The fans put over Rusev. So Jinder's the guy that they've always wanted to put over. That's the character they made. They didn't make Rusev Day.
That's true. They did make Jinder, and that's why Jinder got what he got tonight, the U.S. Championship. Getting a tweet from Nicolopoulos MTL saying, bell to bell, worst match of the night, awful main event. People did not like the main event. I didn't think it was a good main event. Some people didn't like WrestleMania. I thought WrestleMania as a whole was pretty good. I thought Ronda Rousey was amazing. I thought... Daniel
Bryan?
Yeah, Daniel Bryan was all right.
For the short amount that he did, yeah.
Like, he didn't do that much. I don't know. I feel like I'm walking away from WrestleMania happy and satisfied. But now I'm looking back trying to remember what was particularly good. And other than Ronda Rousey, what was your match of the night? I feel like Ronda and Kurt against Triple H and Stephanie was match of the night somehow.
It was pretty good. I have to give a lot of credit, I think, to Charlotte and Asuka. I think just for a wrestling match, that was probably the best match on the show. And the opening match, too, was quite good, too. Fast-paced, back and forth, triple threat.
Somebody's saying the TSN studios look casual as ASF.
Yeah, we're not in the TSN studios right now, quite obviously.
And another comment that said that Nicholas was actually awesome.
Somebody liked Nicholas.
Yeah, and he said his 10-year-old kid loved it.
Yeah, well, maybe that's who it was for, the kids. Braun Strowman looking for a tag team partner. He goes out into the audience. He finds that kid, Nicholas, and then Braun and Nicholas beat the Bar to win the tag team titles. And I understand, it's a dream for a lot of kids to get picked from the audience and become tag team champion, and it's cool, and I get that. But, for a WrestleMania surprise, is a mystery partner, and it's going to be some kid you never heard of. It was a big letdown. And also, the Bar has been running roughshod over the Raw Tag Team division for a couple years now, right?
Yeah.
And they beat everybody. And leading into this WrestleMania match, the whole deal was, we've beat every tag team. Here's the list of tag teams that we've beat. Nobody can beat us. And so after beating every tag team that Raw could throw at them, Braun Strowman and some kid beat them. So not only does the Bar look bad, but the entire Raw Tag Team division looks bad.
It just goes to show, don't get your hopes up for this mystery partner stuff, because more times than not, they're going to disappoint you. So don't hope that it's going to be The Rock. Don't hope it's going to be Hulk Hogan. Nobody cool. It's not going to be anybody cool. It usually isn't. And this was, my opinion, was probably the worst choice they could have made, because it was just for kids. Now kids can think they can go in there and wrestle with grown men.
Which is ridiculous.
Wally Burns says that he was definitely a plant.
Yeah. Of course, the kid was a plant. He was definitely a plant. I don't know whose kid he was, but there's a reason why it was that kid. He wasn't some random kid.
He looked nervous to me.
He looked a bit nervous, but of course he's nervous. He's wrestling in front of wrestling. He's in a ring in front of 80,000 people. I wanted Cesaro to give him the swing. It's like swing him out. It's like swing him so hard the kid goes flying 10 rows back.
I don't think you were alone with that because everyone wanted him to be tagged in, but I think everyone wanted him to see us get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
People like violence.
It says something about wrestling fans, what kind of sick, twisted people we are.
It says here, Wally Byrne, I was hoping it was going to be Johnny North as the tag team partner, which would be a very good idea.
It would have been better, that's for sure.
Yeah, Johnny North as Braun's partner would have been better. We're getting a thing here from Joe Wells commenting to us on YouTube, and you can comment to us on YouTube as well. He says the New Day's entrance with the little guys was one of the highlights of Mania. I agree. I thought the match itself was underwhelming. The Bludgeon Brothers becoming new tag team champions. I didn't think that match was very good. I expected a lot more from that match, but I did like New Day's entrance.
Yeah, I thought the match was all right. Nothing special. You thought probably you would have seen a bit more from guys that have had pretty much the best matches on almost all the pay-per-views for SmackDown. So, it just felt like another match, but the Bludgeon Brothers got their moment. They finally got the tag team titles, so that was good for them. But, yeah, it just felt like another match on the card.
Wally Byrne says Nakamura going heel was a good move.
Yes, I did like the Nakamura heel turn. I thought the match with AJ was okay. Not as good as maybe we expected it to be. It wasn't as good as their match at Wrestle Kingdom in 2016. I think that they have had a better match against each other, but I like that Nakamura, when you thought it was going to be all respect at the end, he low blows AJ, he attacks AJ, and now we know there's going to be a rematch probably at Backlash, right? That's the next pay-per-view we have.
And that's it. People are going to be more interested now because I believe there's actual heat in the match. People were upset with Nakamura. Going into that, people liked both of them, so you just wanted to see good wrestling. That was it. It takes away from the match.
They're saying a rematch will be better.
Of course.
I agree.
Because Nakamura, he's going to be devious now. He's going to do whatever it takes now to beat AJ. And you needed that.
I like the idea of evil Nakamura. George here giving us a comment saying, other than Charlotte and Asuka, he was disappointed in the pay-per-view. And then we're getting a question here asking us from Franco if Undertaker retired. First, let's tackle the Undertaker. I don't think he retired.
If anything, he unretired. That's
Yeah.
what it looked like they pulled off right there.
I think he came back, if anything. That was a big comeback for the Undertaker.
I think you have to go through it all again, I think, because I don't know if people understood what happened there. Because like with John Cena, with Elias, and then the lights go out, and then his stuff's in the ring, and then his stuff's not in the ring, and then he has it again. So pretty much him reclaiming his stuff, meaning I'm back.
That's right. It seemed like Undertaker was taking his gear back. A pretty short match, though, with John Cena. Like, when Cena said he wanted the Undertaker, I think he wanted a match that was a little bit longer than that.
I think we're going to get that match again next year where Cena's like, okay, I wasn't prepared for that. Haha, you got me kind of thing. But now I'm coming back. Hustle, loyalty, respect. It's probably going to be WrestleMania 35.
I don't know. Somebody's saying at least he didn't come back as American Badass. People were expecting that. I was happy he came back as a dead man, but again, I thought the match was a little bit short. A little bit surprised that Cena went down so quickly. He did all that build, he did all that work on TV for that. It wasn't the best match. I mean, I think that's all Taker can do right now, but it wasn't the best performance.
Wally Byrne says, what you guys think of Battle Royal? Matt Hardy went OVH.
He went over.
Matt Hardy went over. Hang on, I got to play.
That was the best thing that could have happened for that match. Matt Hardy needed to win that match, and all the other guys, it didn't really matter if they won. You had most of the guys that had won before with Mojo Rawley and Baron Corbin. What did they do with it before? Nothing. Matt Hardy, at least it seems like he's going to be a big star. And with Bray Wyatt coming back, it seems like it's going to be an interesting storyline now.
Hopefully. My phone's going to die here, so we're going to lose our YouTube feed. I got to plug our... Uh-oh.
Are we going to lose all the videos soon?
We're going to lose all video unless I plug us in.
Java 18 says Roman wins the title on
So Brock's going to wrestle on Raw? I have a hard time believing that, but who knows? Wouldn't be too surprised.
Wally Byrne agrees with you.
Oh boy, we might lose our YouTube feed here, buddy.
Don't lose it.
I can't promise anything because we're gonna die here. Our battery's dying. Everything's dying. So
It was a long night. That's the problem.
it was a long night. The night was too long.
And we did too many videos, I think.
All right, let's shorten up this show here.
So what else was there? Charlotte, Asuka, I think, match of the night, yes? Triple
I'd say
threat
so.
match was good, too.
I'd say so. I think Ronda was really good.
Yeah, it was good.
I'd say for me, for my entertainment value, the Ronda match was my favorite.
The Brock Lesnar elbows were my favorite.
The Brock Lesnar elbows were fun. Anthony liked that.
It may have been one of the best moments of the show, I think, without question.
Surprised to see Naomi win the Women's Battle Royal. Nice to see Matt Hardy win the men's.
They said Ronda match of the night.
Yeah, I agree. I think Ronda was match of the night. And now I'm excited to see what Ronda does next, you know? Possibilities are endless.
I think it's more of a surprise because I think a lot of people thought Ronda couldn't wrestle, and I think she showed people that she can. I'm just a little disappointed that they put over Stephanie so strong. Ronda beat so many people with her armbar, and the fact that Stephanie not only was able to block it but counter it seemed absolutely ridiculous for someone who's not even a wrestler.
Yeah, she was holding on to that armbar and defending it better than any other UFC fighter. You getting that spiderweb position, right? Spiderweb position, Anthony?
Pretty much.
That's spiderweb, right? That's not right when Ronda's got the armbar. That's a spiderweb position. Ronda, right?
Yeah.
Well, what do you call it?
Just an armbar.
No. But when she gets her arm in that spot, it's called spiderweb.
Yeah, going for, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When Ronda gets any other UFC fighter in spiderweb, it's over.
Well, that's for sure.
But when she put Stephanie in spiderweb, Stephanie was defending. It made no sense.
No, it was a bit surprising.
You getting a comment, Anthony?
Yeah, there was one against. Hold on a sec. Comment. Ronda match of the night again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ronda was match of the night. Everybody was disappointed in Nicholas. Brock was a big shock. I told you that Charlotte was going to beat Asuka. I told everybody Charlotte was going to beat Asuka. Nobody listened to me.
Steph getting launched over the ropes by her was unreal.
Yeah, it was good.
Both Rumble winners lost. I can't believe that. A lot of surprises tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think what made WrestleMania pretty good.
Brock winning was the biggest surprise.
Charlotte winning too. I was very surprised.
I wasn't surprised by that, so it can't be the biggest surprise because I called it. I said Charlotte would win. It made the most sense. If anybody's going to beat Asuka, it should be Charlotte. She's the queen of the division, and it's pro wrestling. You can't stay undefeated forever. It doesn't make sense.
He put the heel over too in the main event. Wow. Brock was the heel going into that match. Surprising. Very surprising. But that's what makes WrestleMania kind of fun is like when it seems predictable, but in the end it isn't.
I thought it was a good fight. I enjoyed it.
Anthony liked it. Anthony's here. What was that, your first WrestleMania?
My first WrestleMania, and I enjoyed this card.
One guy is here on YouTube saying there's no way Brock wrestles on Raw and Habib's stand-up looked bad. Kind of two different comments there. And then some other guys arguing, saying Habib won the stand-up versus Al, who has got good stand-up. Look, Habib didn't look great last night. I know he dominated Al Quinta, but the fact that he didn't finish Al Quinta, I was a little bit disappointed with Habib a little bit. I want to see, I think Conor McGregor, to be quite honest, smashes Habib. He's going to knock him out.
Yeah, but at least it shows that he can go 5 rounds. That's a big step.
Yeah, Habib can go 5 rounds, but he's not going to last 10 minutes with Mystic Mac. He's going to get his head knocked off, but that's a whole nother story for another day. We're talking WrestleMania right now.
Says Mahal.
Yeah, Mahal. Ugh. AJ and Nakamura was good, but I don't think it was as good as we expected. Ronda, better than expected, I think we can all say.
Without question.
Some people were not impressed with Ronda. I don't really know what you were hoping for, but I thought Ronda gave us more than we bargained for.
I think Kurt Angle, you shouldn't wrestle anymore, Kurt. You're very slow now.
Him and Triple H looked a little slow.
I mean, if you look at their stuff, what they used to do in 2000 and compared to 2018, it just looked like everything was in slow-mo. And unfortunately, it wasn't in slow-mo.
And Seth Rollins won the Intercontinental Championship. I didn't think that match was anything special.
I disagree. I think that was a great opener.
Yeah, I thought it was all right. All right, your phone is just shut down on Periscope, John. So I think we should wrap this thing up.
So in the end, WrestleMania, what was it?
Out of 5,
Yeah.
I give it a solid 3.5.
For me, as my first WrestleMania.
Anthony's first WrestleMania, what do you give it? Hold on, get on the mic here. First WrestleMania, what do you give it?
Sorry, Johnny.
Don't take my mic.
Johnny. Yeah, guys. Sorry, man. First WrestleMania, I thought it was awesome. I thought Brock Lesnar did an amazing job. Ronda Rousey did amazing. Sorry, bro. Mike. Holy.
Off my mic.
Get a better position.
Sorry, man.
All right.
Let me squeeze in. I thought as the first WrestleMania goes, it was awesome. It was really good.
There you go. Out of 5, what do you give it?
I'd give it. I thought like the first cards were pretty awesome.
Just give
like,
me a damn number.
I'd say probably 4 out of 5.
Johnny?
Yeah, I give it a 4 too.
All right. Well, you guys give it a little bit better. I'm a little bit harsher of a judge, but I gave it a 3.5. I was happy with WrestleMania. I think it was better than last year.
Oh, last probably 2 years even.
Yeah. I thought it was a really good Mania. And you know what? I'm excited for the future of Ronda and the future of Brock. I'm excited to see where they go next.
Well, that's the fun part about Raw and SmackDown because it all begins again, right? Like that's the end of like a season of WWE, and now it starts over on Raw.
And Daniel Bryan. And an evil Shinsuke. Last question here. Where's Finn going?
Well, I don't think he's going anywhere.
Yeah, unfortunately. He's awesome, but maybe you should go back to New Japan. All right, we'll be back here for more Wrestling Uncensored stuff soon. Stay tuned to our YouTube page. We're always on there. And, of course, thanks for listening to the podcast. Hope you enjoyed WrestleMania. Thanks for Anthony for helping us out here, my man. And, of course, Johnny North. Follow Johnny on Twitter at North Genesis. You could follow me at Dave Simon MMA. RingsideReport.net is our website. WrestlingUncensored.net as well. Oh, Sammy and KO. Yeah, they lost, right? That means they're fired. I think they're going to Raw.
They have to, right?
Makes the most sense. We love you, Sammy and KO. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll be back for more Wrestling Uncensored very soon. I might even do a little special tomorrow night after the Raw after Mania, right? I mean, it's a big Raw tomorrow night. Keep it locked. Wrestling Uncensored.